We can overthink the last 5 games and look back through them and keep reinventing the wheel and trying to figure out how to unlock this team. Or you can look at the games, especially that we've played at home. 3-3 draw, which we should have won. 3-2. They got a late stoppage time goal. And the 0-0 draw, which we probably could have and maybe should have won. Ramondo had a incredible game, stood on his head. So I really look at those 2 games, especially at home. We've struggled at third place for whatever reason, but the reality is we're at home. So let's not worry about struggling at third place anymore. That doesn't do us any good to dwell on that. Let's focus on the results that we've had, the performances we have with them at home. Let's build on that. But mostly with the 2-0 aggregate deficiency right now, we got to focus on ourselves, because if we're going to score goals, it needs to be about what we're going to do to create those goals. And we can't get reckless. We need to defend well. We need to be organized, but we don't want to defend so well that we're defending either. So I think we need to push the game like we always do at home. Our goal is always to win. Our goal is always to score 2 goals or more. Our goal is always to get a shutout. So if we do those things like we've done in a lot of games this year at home, we're going to be in good shape.
Dewsbury trying to make it interesting. Oh, yes! Well, that goal could be huge.
They'll be rested. The challenge is to make sure that they're match sharp from a physical standpoint, from a tactical standpoint, and from a psychological standpoint. So there's a few little pillars there of the game that you got to make sure you're reinforcing, and I think we've done a good job of finding the right balance physically, keeping them ticking over, but making sure they're fresh, because we need to be fresh if we're going to play hopefully 90 minutes and win, or if we have to play 120 minutes, we need to be fresh. Tactically, we're pretty much following what we've always followed, so they'll be prepared there. And then psychologically, I think it's just not getting too eager, too excited, too early. But I think these guys are in a really, really good spot. There have been times this year where I felt like I'm convincing them of certain things. I think it's the opposite the last several days. I think they're more convincing me that they're going to get this done. And it's not that I don't believe. I always believe, but there's no way we're going to pull this off unless they believe. And they keep giving me the feeling that they're going to do it with the way that they look. And a lot of teams, if they didn't want to be in this position or felt the season was done, it'd be a drag having a couple more weeks. They're laughing, they're happy, they're excited, they're focused. They've got all, I think, the right things right now in terms of their mentality. So I think they're in a good spot. So I'm looking forward to the game, and it's going to be a fun one for sure either way. Whether we get through or not, we're going to be attacking, and we're going to leave our fans with a good feeling.